Hello everyone, welcome to another trade breakdown on EURUSD. I'm going to explain my third process on EURUSD starting from the higher time frame right up to the lower time frame. I'm going to start my analysis on the weekly time frame. So on the weekly time frame, I'm going to be looking for my long-term draw on liquidity. So my long-term drawing on liquidity is going to help me to know actually where price is going to on the higher time frame, where the measure move right is going to. So on the 1 week time frame, I'm going to focus on three things. That is my higher time frame market profile, my higher time frame key level, and my higher time frame draw on liquidity. So now I can clearly see that price have been ranging. When I'm looking left, right, when I look left, I can see that price have been ranging starting from here until here on the 2nd March of 2026. So on the 9th March of 2026, price sweep liquidity below this low, right? So my model number one entry is clearly visible here. So the price sweep liquidity below the lows with one specific candle. So as soon as price closes below this one specific candle, right, this candle becomes my order block and also my key level. So I expect price to come back to this order block and then trade firstly towards the 50% and then to the opposing end of the range. Okay, this is my thought process on euro USD. So you can clearly see now that price is in an expansion profile on a weekly time frame. Price is expanding towards the opposing end of the range. Price has already made it over to 50% of the range. So now I'm going to the daily time frame. On the daily time frame, I'm going to be looking for my short-term drawn liquidity, right? And probably my long-term drawn liquidity. So on the 1 week time frame, if we look left, we can see that we had a bullish profile. We create a range, right? Price was in a bullish trend, higher highs and higher lows, higher highs and higher lows, higher highs and higher lows. Then price came and then sweep liquidity below these lows and then trade our model number one entry here. And as soon as price closed above the one specific candle that liquidated the low, price now traded inside that one specific candle, and then that candle now acts as a propeller. So price used that one specific candle to push above these highs. So right now I can clearly see that price is actually creating gaps, and those gaps are called fair value gaps. So this is fair value gaps here, this is another fair value gaps here, and this is my order block here. So I'm expecting price to make a pullback towards this fair value, and that is my short-term drawn liquidity. So if price makes a pullback towards this fair value gap, I'm going to be looking for bullish opportunities towards the higher time frame drawn liquidity. Right now I can clearly see that price is struggling to close above this 50%. So if price close above 50%, I'm going to expect that price to go to the opposing end of the range. So you guys can clearly see what price is doing. So I am expecting a retracement profile because I can clearly see that EU has reached an order block. This is an order block here, and more probably EU is trying to create a retracement profile. So if EU creates a retracement profile towards this fair value gap here, EU can then probably push towards the opposing end of the range, which is our CRT high. So that is my thought process on EU. And then if I have a retracement profile on the 1 day, so I'm probably looking for my short-term drawn liquidity, right? So if I have my short-term drawn liquidity being completed, so I can then start looking for my entries on the 4 hour time frame and on the 15-minute time frame. So that's my logic, and that is my thought process on EU. Right now, we can see that price is in a bullish profile. So when the market is in a bullish profile, right, we have to avoid bearish axis towards towards the towards the range of a bullish CRT profile. So bearish CRTs are just probably going to act as a trap. So we have to avoid selling. So let's focus more on buys to be on the safe side. Okay. So make sure you like, share, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and make sure to always set your notification. Whenever I'm dropping a video, you are going to be the first to watch the video, and you can see how clean and how precise my analysis is. This is going to help you to make your own analysis as short and simple, as precise as I'm doing here. So you just focus on just three things. I'll do a quick recap of what I just said when I'm actually doing a top-down analysis. I firstly go to the weekly time frame. I look for my long-term draw on liquidity. Then I go to the one-day time frame. I look for my short-term draw on liquidity and also my long-term draw on liquidity based on what the higher time frame is telling me. And then if I have my daily time frame aligning with my weekly time frame, then I'm going to move to the 4-hour time frame and look for a narrative that is a valid CRT, which I'm going to use as a confirmation in order to take a trade towards a higher time frame directional bias. So I focus on these measure things so as to capitalize on the movement the banks, the market makers are about to create, so I can be able to capitalize with them. Okay, thanks for watching the video.